Hi everyone, it's Meg. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create a custom and unique Valentine that's surprisingly very easy. So let's get started. We're going to open our Cricut Design Space app, and from here we're going to select New Project in green. I find it best to start with the background of this piece, and you can do that one of two ways. We can select shapes in our bottom toolbar, and from here, select whatever shape you feel would be best for your piece. I actually found a different shape I'd prefer, so I'm going to go to my Upload option and go to my Open Uploaded Images. I'm going to select this rectangle. It has rounded edges. I just think the look is cleaner. I'm going to click it once with my finger and use this Rotate option so I can have it in the direction I prefer. And with my finger, I'm just dragging it on my screen right now. And then I'm also just dragging and expanding it. We want an elongated rectangle for this piece. To make it a little bit easier to see, I'm going to select Edit. I'm going to click where it says Basic Cut with the black circle on the bottom left-hand corner of my screen. And I'm going to change my image to white and hit Apply. Then I'm going to hit my empty grid lines. Next, I want to make sure that the main focal point of my Valentine goes on first, and I'll size everything else around it. In today's image, we're going to be creating a coloring page. So I'm going to go to my Upload, again, my Open Uploaded Images, and I'm going to select from the images I have saved. You can truly use whatever you prefer here. Just as a reminder, if you're using an image that you don't have licensing for, you can only use this for personal use. I'm going to select this rainbow here and hit Insert. By clicking on it, I'll be able to expand and elongate my image. And before I move on, I need to make sure that I change one crucial setting. So because this is a Valentine, it's going to be cut out, but pieces of this are also going to be printed. So I want to make sure the system knows that's my intention. In the bottom corner of my screen where it says Basic Cut, I'm going to click one time. And using this drop down, I'm going to then select Pen. I don't need to make any other changes on my screen as I'll be using a fine point pen for this project. And I'll hit Apply. I can then click my empty grid lines, and next we're going to put some text on the screen. My font options are going to appear, and I'm going to select Awesome. I love this font. I'm going to put a sweet saying here. You brighten my day. I'm going to hit a return or enter on my screen a few times. That way the word Valentine can be underneath the rainbow. I'm going to hit my grid lines to get off of that screen. Click my wording again one time. Select alignment and center my text. I'll hit my empty grid lines again. And now I can change and adjust my text so I can fit it around my rainbow here. If you notice on my screen, there's a lot of yellow lines that are appearing. That's a setting in Cricut that helps me center my piece. I definitely recommend, if you don't currently have this on, you can always add it. If you look at the toolbar at the very bottom of your screen, scroll all the way to the right, select Settings, and you want to make sure that this toggle button in green is selected for where it says Smart Guides. This really helps align and position objects, and it doesn't make it any harder for you. It actually makes it so much easier. So I definitely recommend it. Now, since I have You Brighten My Day Valentine, I have my rainbow for the Valentine to color in once they receive it. I want to make sure our Valentine knows who this is coming from. So we're going to put a to and from here as well. I'm going to select text at the bottom of my screen. For me, I'm going to select the same font, just so it looks fluid, and that was Awesome. I'm going to put in my to and from, And I'll have my child fill out their name as well as the classmate this will be going to. That way it's personalized. I just adjust it slightly so that it looks nice on my screen. Hit my empty grid lines. And then from here, I want to make sure I'm able to attach a crayon. The nice thing with Cricut is there are so many things previously uploaded that we can all use. So I'm going to select images on the bottom left-hand side of my screen. From here, I'm going to select my search bar and search for a crayon holder. And hit search. And from here, it should be the first one that populates for you. And select insert. I just need to rotate this. I'd like my crayons to be horizontal. And I'm going to change. And hit my empty grid lines. So before I finish, I just want to make sure that all of my pieces are properly set up. That way my printer knows if I am cutting or printing that piece. So I'm going to click my font. In my toolbar down at the bottom, I am going to scroll and just make sure that I have pen selected, which I do. I'm going to also double check that on my crayons here. Those were a little bit off center, so let me fix that. There we go. And again, I want to make sure that this is either cut or drawn. So the crayon pieces I need, or the crayon holder, excuse me, I need that to be cut. I can look at the bottom and see it says basic cut. That's what I'm looking for. And then to and from, I want to make sure that that is printed. So the pen option should be selected, which I do see in my toolbar here when I scroll. I already changed the setting for my rainbow, so I know that is correct. And I also want to check my rectangle here. So my rectangle, as long as I have my edit option selected, I can then scroll and find where it says basic cut, which I do have. So all of that is great. I'm going to highlight it by clicking and dragging my finger across everything. I'm going to select my actions icon and then hit group. Now, once I click my empty grid lines, I can move this as one independent image, and I can also resize it as one independent image. For a Valentine, we don't need it to take up the entire screen, so I definitely recommend sticking your Valentine in between 3 to 4 inches wide and no more than 6 inches tall. To each their own, but I think that would be an appropriate size. You may have to play with it a little bit to see what works best for you. So now I can go ahead and select Make It, select my Cricut, and print. Have a great time creating. I hope this was helpful. If you have any future questions, please put it in the comments below so I can create a video that helps you. Have a happy Valentine's Day.